Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back again to my Pixel Quest where we're picking up with Subnautica again. I'm so excited to always come back to this game. I'm always so excited. I adore this game so much. And I've got a lot more things to do in this episode. I thought I would get us started off looking at our precious Mango, our precious prawn that has treated us so well, and thankfully we've become very good friends with. I don't know if I've ever really looked into prawn very closely like this, because for most of the game I didn't know that it sat down like this outside of water. So it's yeah, look, imagine me sitting here. Imagine me in this little chair with my hands on these little control mechanisms here. It's quite funny to imagine because it looks actually, I don't know how big I am really standing in this environment, but I feel like I'm not that small. I don't know, it seems a little bit too small. It seems like it's for a little mini person.
Welcome aboard,
Okay.
Captain.
So at the end of the last episode, so what we're doing is, just as a reminder, I'm sure you know at this stage, and you've probably watched the previous episodes, but we're beyond the blind part of this playthrough now. This massive playthrough of over 100 episodes. We've done so much, and I was actually chuffed that at least someone said this was one of the most completely, oh! Hang on, was that one of you guys, or was that one of the dragons? Is it back again? That might make this a little bit more difficult. Yeah, somebody said this was one of the most complete blind playthroughs they'd seen. I was quite chuffed at that comment. That's really, yeah, that's really cool. I'm really super glad. Because obviously I have, through most of this playthrough, I've had no idea of how complete anything I've been doing is. So that's nice to hear. Alright, it's been a little while since I've navigated my way around here. I mean, I can hear roaring. I can't see the Sea Emperor. Oh, it's another little cube. I love finding these things because they seem oh, there's a couple of them. Oh, hey Pixel! You might be able to hear my little fluffy kitty Pixel meowing in the background. Is this where we go? Is this the way back out? I don't have my scanner room to guide me anymore, I think I removed my scanner room. Just trundling through the lava. This doesn't feel right though. No, this is not it. That said, this will take us out. I mean, there are multiple ways into this area. Yeah, anyway, I got totally distracted from what I was saying. Ooh, can we get onto a ledge? We're missing that ledge. Oh, we're gonna miss every single ledge. Yeah, that wasn't well done. Up we go again. Yeah, so now I think this is the third. We had a little bit of a way. We had a few episodes that were semi-blind, where I was doing very, very, very specific tasks from very specific suggestions that people had given me and that I had asked for. Oh gosh. It's all happening. Oh no, this is actually doing a lot more damage than I thought it would. Oh gosh. Oh, enter pawn. Wow, I didn't know that we were so vulnerable against the lava. Oh my god, I need to avoid the lava. It's way hotter here than No, it's not that hot. I just didn't think prawn was going to be that damaged. Oh my god. Okay, Stand here, repair. Repair like you've never repaired before. That's not true because I've done many emergency repairs. Oh, I wasn't expecting this problem. My health is fine, that's fine. We can take it. Yeah, anyway, while I'm doing these terrifying emergency repairs, we got down so low. Yeah, we're in the blind, the fully non-blind part of this playthrough now. Man, I don't want to go that way anymore. Let's just look for a regular exit. And so, people have given me all kinds of game information, finally, after a very, very, very long and patient wait, and I super appreciate it. I'm basically heading back. I think we need to go more around here, right? Is it here? I don't think that's it. More around here. Oh my god, it's all happening. This is more drama than I thought. No, this is more drama than I anticipated. Oh no, I don't want to drag... Oh. I don't want to drag Prawn into this, but actually this is exactly what I was heading for. This is exactly what I was here to do. Alright, I'm interrupting my story once again. The thing that I wanted to start this episode with is one more go, and hopefully a successful one this time, at scanning our friend here, scanning our sea dragon. I tried so hard to do this in a previous episode and totally failed, and I thought it was because it was for some reason unscannable, because it was I was thinking that they had said that this was too ancient or something like that. It was too much of an ancient creature or something. It doesn't really make sense because the scanner just makes stuff up, doesn't it? So I've been told that actually I can scan it. And I just need to get close to the head. Oh my god. Oh, am I gonna make it? Am I gonna make it? Yes. Okay, get the freaking hell out of here. Where's Prawn? Where's Prawn? Quick. Okay, alright. In the end, that was good. I didn't need to go as far as I thought. I thought I was going to need to go outside the thermal facility. And because I don't have my really good suit on anymore with the high defense, my poor guy is getting baked out here. Absolutely roasted. Yes. Okay, prawn. Let's go. Oh man. Hello. Thank you for the scan. Goodbye. Oh no. Oh, we're doing that thing. Are we standing on the sea dragon? Is that why I'm doing steps? No, it's not what's happening. Am I stuck in the air? I'm stuck in the air. Uh-oh. This is scarier than a sea dragon. Because this is a glitch. Let's see if we can get ourselves on solid ground again. Alright, let's save. My god. Wow. This is far more drama than I expected. I kind of just thought I was going to head to the thermal facility, you know, scan one of these things. To be honest, it wasn't a huge amount of drama when I tried last time. Okay, we've got our regular physics back again, I think. Let's get in here. Yeah, no, I don't want to see you. Okay, alright. We almost lost Prawn just from lava. And then I've lost half of my health from the sea dragon. But, huge victory! We have... Hey, who said you could come up here? I'm not meant to come in this far. But I've actually managed to scan a freaking sea dragon now. So, oh man. I feel so silly. I feel so silly that I even tried this before and didn't manage it. But we've done it. So yeah, thank you so much for letting me know that that was possible. I'm really glad that I've been able to give that another go. And that was... actually, I don't have specific notes on who gave me that specific scanning tip. I think it was either Weldon Adams or I'm a Halo guy, but either way, thank you to whoever it was very much, and let's take a look at our winnings. Indigenous life forms. I mean, if there's any way to scan the Sea Emperor, let me know, but I don't think there is. I've tried so much. Sea Dragon Leviathan. A colossal leviathan with reptilian features seen stalking the very heart of the volcanic crater which underpins life in this area. The scanned specimen measured 112 meters in length. I wonder if they're all the same, right? Probably. Heat-proof tissue. Tissue analysis reveals this specimen consists of 1/3 inanimate materials focused around the chest area. Consumption and retention of mineral substances may explain the life form's ability to withstand extremes of temperature. It even appears to be able to consume molten materials and expel them at its adversaries. Oh, so it's like it's eating and then expelling stuff, which is where its fire comes from. Forearms. Its forearms are hilarious. Evolutionarily distinct forearms are used for both propulsion and defensive purposes. Findings suggests evolutionary divergence from other species on the planet tens of millions of years ago. The sea dragon is likely one of the oldest species on the planet. Behavior. As the largest carnivorous species encountered on 4546b, almost everything is potential prey. With few substantial targets in the volcanic cave systems, the sea dragon likely ventures out into the cooler waters to hunt other smaller leviathans, cornering them and forcing them deeper, where they are ultimately boiled alive. The sea dragon's size and the restrictions of the cave systems they inhabit suggest their population numbers are extremely low, perhaps in the single digits. While it is not unusual for larger predators to sustain lower populations, it is possible the sea dragon's food sources have diminished over time. This species may be nearing extinction. Assessment, extreme threat, avoid in all circumstances. And yet, defying that is the only way I was able to get this scan data. So, maybe it should acknowledge that. Nice! That's very, very satisfying. I'm so glad that we were able to get that one as well. So I feel like aside from our Sea Emperor here that I've tried and just haven't been able to scan, I feel like we got all of the Leviathans now. It kind of feels like getting all of the Leviathan trading cards. Maybe I should just try one more time. But I've tried. I've been right up as close as I possibly can to the head. No, it can't be done. It can't be done. But if it can be done, let me know, please. No, we've tried. We've tried everything. Okay, you are unscannable because you're so special and wonderful and beautiful. That's how it is. Alright, sweet. This is all of the things that people told me explicitly that I had missed scanning. So I think we're going this way. So I think that's that for at least things I know that I haven't scanned. There might still be other things, so if there are, please feel free to let me know, because I would love to scan everything. In fact, it would also, if anyone has, I suppose, information on like how many scannable things there are, or even stuff like how many total data entries you can have, that'd be really interesting to know what am I missing, like how many am I missing. Alright, so the next thing that somebody told me is that with these little globs of enzymes here, and I this is one of the ones that when I read it, I really wished that I had thought of this myself, because it's so super cool, and I wish I had just been motivated or thought to experiment with it. But somebody told me that you can actually get sick fish, infected fish, and like bring them to the enzyme and heal them, which is unbelievably cool. So I don't really know how much success I'm going to have, but I'm gonna, it's usually not that hard to find something infected. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Didn't realize how close I was to the Leviathan Mountain over there. I know that's not the official name for it, but that's what it is in my books. That's Leviathan Mountain. Or Reaper Leviathan Mountain, maybe. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a little bit of a swim. And if I can't, I'll come back to this. Because I do actually have I should have been organised enough to bring it with me. I mean, I did collect a sick Oculus at one point, but I didn't bring it with me. So let's just see if we can find one around the place. Might be that because the enzyme is here now, everything in this area... Look, there's a little healed guy. Yeah, it might be that everything around here is kind of cured. Which, good for them. But, yeah. Hopefully I can come across something. Whee! Just a big random swim around. Normally when you want to find a healthy thing for food, you come across the sick ones. Now that I'm looking for a sick one, this might not happen, but it would be really convenient to find one here, exactly where the enzyme is. And obviously, I can't go into the archway to find anything, because everything in there is well. So that's no good. Alright, let's start generally heading up. I do know that generally speaking, there was a sick peeper kind of over by the beach up here. Like, because I came across it several times. I would kind of come across this sick peeper. The other question is that actually, I don't really know. Fluid intake. No issue. I don't know how I'm actually going to force this peeper to go into the enzyme. So that's... yeah. We'll see how I go. We'll see how I go. Let's fluid intake.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Z. And in fact, since I'm back on my island, hey, hungry? No problem. Easy peasy fixed. There we go. Then we plant. This is how it's done. When you take, you give back. And then we can eat all of that. God, now that I've had that interaction with the sea dragon, I've got to fix my health again as well. Let's have one more little go, and I'll see if that sick peeper that I remember being around here is here. Oh look, there's a maybe that's it. Maybe it's been healed. There was always a sick peeper around here. I feel like I encountered it many times. It may be that actually I took it. Maybe that I cooked it and ate it, and that's why it's not here anymore. But maybe it is around. I'm also really curious about like when you do release the little sea emperor babies. You know, is there a noticeable impact that they have on the environment? Like in the areas that they go to, for example, are there lots more healed fish there, for example? Are there fewer sick fish? Are there fewer infected fish? I mean, we know that there are lots of healed fish around the vents, but yeah, what about around the sea emperor babies? I'm going quite far afield now, and I haven't come across the sick fish. I know, Pixel. You'd think I'd be able to find a sick fish by now. Well, this one might be a temporary failure. I might have to actually just bring a sick fish here from further away once I come across one naturally, or once I bring the one that I've already got in my sea moth at the moment with me. But yeah, no luck. Just going around the place looking for one right now. No. Anyway, while I'm swimming back, another thing that I was going to mention, there's not really anything to do per se with this information. It's just info, it's just intel. But an interesting thing to comment on is that I think it was Treeborn Frog. Let me know that one time. This was a really interesting explanation that the warpers, once I cure myself of the infection, the warpers, that's the thing that stops warpers attacking me. You know, so when you're because they're sort of designed to get rid the planet, I suppose, of things that are infected. Up until that point in the game, they will attack you, because I do have experience of being attacked by them. Not that many, I should say, because for the most part I just stayed away from them. But yeah, once I was cured, that's when they were kind of just looking at me, even when they were, in a position to have a good go at me. They just didn't. So that was really interesting enough, and I didn't realize that. In part, I guess, because I just didn't have that many experiences of... See, that could have been a sick one, and now it's gone. I didn't have that many experiences with warpers, really. I was very successful at avoiding things throughout this game for the most part. So that was super interesting, but also... Treeborn Frog also let me know that there was an incident where even when I was cured, a warper still warped me, which they sort of shouldn't be doing. And apparently it was because at that time, a fish, I went in between... I thought that was the green of an infected fish for a second there. Apparently I went in between a fish that this warper was... An infected fish, I suppose, that this warper was trying to warp. And so I just got in the way of its warp. Oh, there it is. This is the one that I have heard so many times in the past when I've been just around here, just around this area. And I've so rarely seen it. But that's the Leviathan that originally chased me onto this island in one of my very favourite moments in this game, actually. Even though it was, of course, sort of... Oh, poor Peeper. Even though it was completely terrifying. In the moment, really fun. A really fun moment. Yep, okay, alright. Well, let's just grab Prawn and head on then. I'll come back and try that. I really want to try doing that and seeing if I can be a part of, curing a fish. I'm very, very, very keen to try that, but it'll have to wait for another time. So for now, let's get Prawn back up onto the beach, and we're going to head back to our... Whoa! We're going to head back to our main area, our shallows area next. Yeah. But I just want to pop into my little home for a sec, just to check my... Whoop. Needed to do a big mechanical jump over a small rock there. Yeah, I just need to double check what I've actually got in storage here. Hey. I actually can't even remember if I've shown you that I've put these windows in for this lovely, you know, it's my lovely beach home, so I figure we should have a beautiful view of the beach. I think I maybe did show you, but I can't remember. Okay, nope, that's all cool. I didn't know if there was something I really needed to bring back here. Actually, I might bring that back because I think I need one more blood oil to just turn some of my blood oils into a benzene. And I don't even think I need a benzene, but it's just been on my mind for so long that I've got these big blood oils in storage, and I could they take up a huge amount of space, and if I just turned 3 of them into a benzene, they would only take up 1 slot. So that's a small little, that's not my sick peeper, is it? No. Yeah. So that would just be a very, very small point of satisfaction. But other than that, let us head back. Yeah, so as I was saying, Treeborn Frog let me know that I just accidentally, even though I was cured, got warped by a warper because I was in the way of it warping a fish, which is pretty cool. But I have to say, I don't remember what that moment is, because I just kind of, you know, because I didn't know about the infected and non-infected sort of dynamic, so I didn't notice that was odd. It never seems odd that a warper warps me from my perspective. So yes, but I've been warped several times, and I've been, I don't know, you know, like they've kind of they've seemed like they were threatening me with warping. I've been glitch warped, all of these things. So I don't know if, yeah, I don't know what the point is. I don't know what that particular incident was. So yeah, so Treeborn Frog, if you want to let me know, that would be interesting to know as well. Cool. And the other thing, while we're sailing back, making good time here actually, while we're sailing back, is somebody also let me know, that was Coda let me know, that I have in fact collected all the cuttlefish. So that's pretty cool. I've not only have I collected all of the cuttlefish, but I also got an extra one in a time capsule, which is pretty cool. So I'm happy about that. The thing I don't have the greatest memory of is if all of my cuttlefish are accounted for, especially with having remembered that that one of my cuttlefish is down in the jelly shroom area. So, you know, with like I've got a cuttlefish here, I've got a jelly shroom area cuttlefish, and I think I've got one in my, I've got at least one in my alien containment at my tropical island. Hey, I wanted to check in and see my now fully grown these things. I've forgotten what they're called. My greeny grasses. Yeah, that looks awesome. That looks awesome. Let's go and have a closer look. Yes, and I put a rabbit ray in here because I think the rabbit rays are so interesting. Because I'm not sure if I'm wrong about this point, but it feels like you can't pick them up in the wild. But because I've somehow ended up, look at my gasopod trying to get in there. Hey, let me in. It's my friend Rabbit Ray. I need to save them. I feel like you can't pick them up in the wild. I might be wrong. But somehow or other I've ended up with... Alright, here is another mystery. I ended up with a rabbit ray in one of my alien containments. And I don't know why, because I don't think I have acquired a rabbit ray. Wow, I've never seen them up close like this. Their little face. That is so cute. They do have a little shark face, don't they? I don't think I've never come across a rabbit ray egg, right? So, and I haven't specifically bred them, so I don't know how that happened. I do not know why. I know why this one is here, because I picked it up from my alien containment, where I was able to pick it up, and I put it in here. But I don't know why I had one originally in my alien containment. Anyway, so that's a mystery for me. Alright, super cool. Thank you so much for the idea to grow those things, because I did not know that. And it didn't occur to me. Oh, down over here. I went the wrong way. Hey, nice. And we can take a look at them. Yeah, so cool. I'll put some more windows on this eventually, but for the time being... That sounded like my stomach, but that was gasopod, I think. That was gasopod. Ah, okay, so I'm just sort of taking note of where my various tools are, because I sort of lost track over time. Stasis rifle. Awesome. Let's bring stasis rifle, because I would like to experiment with that. And I wonder... Let's actually deal with this benzene right now. With this blood oil, I should say. So I think... okay, I don't know where my other ones are. In here? Oh, there they are. There they are. Boop, boop. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is the smallest little thing here. I actually can't remember if in previous messages I mentioned, but somebody also let me know, and this would have been amazing to know, actually, and sorry I don't have it in my notes here who said this, but thank you anyway. Somebody let me know that you can, and this never occurred to me, you can plant brain coral. So I actually have a piece of brain coral in there ready to try somewhere. But if you plant a brain coral, essentially, like, that would have been a huge game changer if I had realized that. Because obviously then you can just kind of put down a little exterior grow bed wherever, plant a brain coral, and you can create a source of oxygen anywhere. Sorry. That would have been amazing to know. But I did not know that, so I'm definitely keen to try it in a few places and play around with that one. But yeah, thank you for that bit of information. Yeah, so that was very cool, very cool. And yeah, nice to know that I have all of the cuttlefish. Now, as always, I just want to drop my... How far off are we? Still a ways off. I just want to drop my sea moth off somewhere. That'll do. Oh, while I'm here, let me just double check. Oh, I don't have my sick peeper in here. Did I put my sick peeper in my prawn? Oh my god, I might have had it with me the whole time. Okay, well, maybe so. Maybe so. Alright. Beacon 11. Let's head back. Alright. Now, I've got something interesting to show you with this project. So after posting the last video, which was the second video, you know, in which we have built this, I completely, you might see, I have actually completely rebuilt this whole thing. After I posted the last episode, several people very helpfully let me know that one of the reasons that my tunnel was so long is that I had built it like at an angle to the back half of the Aurora here. So it had seemed to me when I originally plonked this, you know, this building down, it's hard to tell, right? Like, it had looked straight enough to me, and even building the initial bits, you know, it looks like you're going along quite straight. But obviously, over time, as you build and build and build, a slight change in angle meant that it was actually sort of going off in that direction or something like that. And so I found that quite funny. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, right. Well, maybe I just need to sort of, use one of my X components and start building across and kind of correcting. But I thought, oh, there's our little friend. But I thought about it. I thought about it and I thought about it. And actually, I just knew in my gut that I was not satisfied with that. I wanted this tunnel to go straight. I wanted it to be a tunnel that went straight across the butt of the Aurora. And I in part wanted it that way just for some kind of, just for the satisfaction of it, just because this is my grand vision. This is my grand vision for this infrastructure, I want there to be little offshoots, but I want the central spine of the tunnel to be a spine that goes from A to B like this. And also, it also meant that what was happening is that as I went further along, although that was interesting in its own way because I was told I was actually probably heading towards the, the edge of the world, and that's interesting in and of itself, what was also happening is, of course, I was leaving this Leviathan's boundary area. And one of the other things that I want for this is that it goes across and through the Leviathan's boundary area. So what I did offline is I just bit by bit took it all down. It actually didn't take very long because, as you can imagine, deconstructing is pretty quick. Boom, 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 down the tunnel. And I deconstructed all of this building. And the way that I did this is that just outside here, like literally probably about there, I just built another multi-purpose room. And as I took my lockers down, I just filled it up with lockers, and kind of like an old-fashioned miner in a Disney cartoon, I just deconstructed things, and when my resources got full, I plonked them all in the other multi-purpose room and went back and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until everything was deconstructed. It wasn't that hard. It was a little labor intensive. It wasn't that difficult. It worked quite well, actually. And then the only thing I needed to manage, the only thing I needed to make sure I did well was placing this, original multi-purpose room, replacing it, but trying to make sure that it was as straight as possible. And I did my best. So however it is now is how it is. That's that. But what it did mean, hello friend, what that also means is that since this has been rebuilt, I actually built it just in, I couldn't spend too much time working this out, right? Because I've got the Reaper Leviathan there. I had to do everything outside there. I had to do really quickly. So I did my best with it, but it has meant that this multi-purpose room has been built without room for one below anymore. So I no longer have a basement floor, but I have many floors above me. So I'll just take you on a little tour. And I also just thought this was a nice way. I realized that I could arrange these in a nicer way. And this is probably how they're meant to go, right? It never occurred to me once in this game until I did it. And then I was like, oh, of course, like this makes perfect sense to arrange these two lockers back to back like this. It just looks right, doesn't it? So yeah, I was pleased when I figured that out. So this is all, no windows. This is just all, I've given myself as much reinforcement as I could. Oh, what a view. Look at it, having a go at my tunnel. Oh, it's aggressive. Oh, it's angry. The Reaper is angry. The Reaper is angry, my friend. I love my tunnel so much. So I just got one window there looking out. I still wanted to have one window here where we can see the just the top of the waves, because I think that looks super cool and kind of existentially terrifying. And up here, I really just wanted this lovely view of the Aurora's backside here. And this thing still, I don't know, is this the same for you? Look, as I was saying in the last episode, like this just fills me with awe. Look at the sky ray there. you know, in comparison with the sheer scale of this thing. Oh, there's our buddy. This thing, just looking at it and being near it fills me with kind of awe, a healthy amount of dread. It's amazing. I'm still amazed by this. So in part, this is why I went to the trouble of remaking this. It was kind of fun. It was kind of a fun project. Other than that, it's all the same. So let's head back down and this, like the essential spine of this is nearly complete. So let's take it to completion. There it is. Alright, what have I got where? Really? Just need a big bunch of glass. Nice. Alright. Let's see where we get to. Look at this. It's still so cool. And the other great thing about making sure that I'm building along here is that I'm very interested. I'm still very interested in exploring down here, and so with the tunnel going along here, it opens up possibility for that. I've still got my various checkpoints along here. Look at this. Look at this. What do you think? What do you think, guys? I think that looks much straighter than before. It may not be perfect, but I think it's definitely not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's much better than it was. Yeah, so having the various X components at different points along here gives me some possibilities for like building up, building down, building across closer to the aurora. All of these various little side projects that I want to attempt, and I want to explore down here. This is the forbidden. At the moment, this is the most what's the word I'm looking for? This is like the most secret area of the game right now for me. Like I feel like I've mostly been everywhere else, but this has been too scary. Too scary and risky to attempt. And it's still very scary and risky to attempt, but it's at least... I've run out of hull strength. That's right. I've suddenly remembered because, it was quite a few days that I did that. Okay. All right. Well, look, I took you for a walk along here. So what I'm going to do is walk myself back and build some more hull strength and... meet you back here. All right, I'm mostly back. I'm mostly all of the way back, but as you can see, I've picked up a bunch more lithium and also just incidentally a bunch more titanium. And I did have plenty of titanium, and I had a bunch of lithium as well, but I needed some more. So I've been out collecting, and I thought I would start us before I quite got back because I've realized that the very first thing I've got to do is actually build another multi-purpose room. And I thought it, just in case we have another incident like we had in the past, I might need... Alright, on with the show. This game has determined that, it's going to listen when I talk about potential incidents, and it's going to deliver just incidents that I don't necessarily expect. All right, let's see if we get another kind of incident. Oh, okay. I wonder if we'll even be able to like reach building. Oh, Pixo! Hey. All right, that's something. Can I? Oh God, how? Oh my God, this is so risky. But like, what if I do another one? Yes, we can do another one. Oh my God, this is so high. Oh, this might destroy my... I've probably already I've probably already set this thing, in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
No? Oh, I thought I thought that we might have... Oh, I thought that we already might have gone past the hull integrity. Okay. Not bad. Well, cool. Hey, Ismail friend. We didn't have an incident. We didn't have an incident with our little friend, or our massive area guardian there. Let me get myself up to the top floor here, and just pause for a second because you might be able to hear Pixel meowing very insistently in the background, and I've got to go and give him his dinner. Oh my god, I don't know if you just caught that, but that thing, our Reaper just leapt out of the water right in front of me just as soon as I hit the pause button. Wow, so I don't know if that got caught, but if not, well, I hope you saw that. If not, you really missed something amazing. Maybe it'll happen again, but I've got to pause again. All right, Pixel is chomping away happily, and our lovely queen here is putting on a little show for us. She's hanging about. She's like, wow, what's this vast tower growing out of the ocean here? What on earth? Why does this thing keep getting bigger and longer and straightening itself in my territory and then disappearing completely and then coming back? She's curious. She's curious, but she's disappeared for the time being. All right. So, well, you've seen me build a bunch of reinforcements, so I'm going to do this part offline. All right. I've done a massive amount of new reinforcements, so I thought I'd take you along with me on my walk back with our little princess here showing off with her little crown. Her lovely tiara. She's feeling very pretty today. And I'm ready to do some more building, but I have to say, I have to let you know, I'm a little concerned. Why am I a little concerned? Because even though I've just restarted the game, because we were lucky enough to get another glitch, though actually, I say that with sarcasm, though actually lucky enough to get it right after I had just saved, because I saved just before I started the recording again when I was outside. So actually that was it was fine, in a sense. But the thing that I'm concerned about is that while I've been doing all of this lithium, all of this reinforcement building, the game hasn't been showing me what my hull integrity is. Those messages that normally appear up in the top left-hand corner there have been entirely absent. Ah, now it's back. That's what I was hoping. For some reason, it just wasn't showing while I was building all of those reinforcements. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. No. How weird is this? What's happening? Because it's a low number. It's like 3. I just added all of these reinforcements. But I was so weirded out why the messages weren't coming up. And now, let me try this again. And now building this, it's like none of them are there. Huh. All right. The 2 things I'm thinking about this, and I'll test this out. The 2 things I'm thinking about this. One is that I am too far away. I am too far away for those extra reinforcements to count. But the reason I'm even doubting that is because I feel like that didn't happen the last time. Like, I had already built a really, really long tunnel, and to be honest, probably longer than this, right? Because it was going off in that direction. It was probably even longer. And as you can see, like, we're only really at the other end of the ship now. So surely my other tunnel was potentially even a little bit longer than this one. So why would that be an issue? And I guess the other thing I'm thinking is that indeed this is maybe just a glitch. Because the messages, all while I was building those reinforcements, the messages weren't showing up. Huh. Okay. I'm going to do a little experiment. All right. Here is the end result of my first little experiment. I went and tried to deconstruct and construct one of my reinforcements. It immediately, because I didn't think things through very well, it immediately, I thought it would, if I fixed it quickly enough, it would be fine. But no, it immediately damaged my entire structure here. And there were no, I thought it would just have a couple of those things to patch up in the main structure, but there were none anywhere. So I was actually just starting to walk along. I was walking along this structure, and the only place where they were was right at the end of it. So that's interesting. I don't know the reason for that. Maybe it's to do with the fact that those are the last bits that I built or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, what it was really meaning to do was just build, try building a few more reinforcements and deconstructing some of them and that sort of thing to see if the numbers how the numbers changed. But yeah, anyway, is that my princess? Oh, there she is. She come right up. Maybe she was offering to help. She was coming to inspect the damage. Look for it, but it's all right. I've fixed it up. It was just a couple of leaks right at the end. We got them. Yeah, she's so helpful. She's so thoughtful. What a lovely neighbor. Just offering a helping hand in my time of need. Okay, so let's do a little bit more experimenting, because this is something that I have not experienced in the game. I kind of just paused before because honestly all of that walking back and forth just, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I was also just needing to get some of the glass, put some of my glass away, get some more titanium out, all of that sort of stuff. All right. So this is all exactly as it was before, these early levels here. This is all as it was before. Nothing has been changed. This one all of this reinforcement here on this extra level that I've just put up, as I was putting this up, was not giving me the hull reinforcement message. Here I started taking that one down. No message. You see? No message here. Build a new one. So this one wasn't here before. This is entirely new. No message. No message. Let's deconstruct it. Let's deconstruct this one. Let's try deconstructing everything on this floor. Nothing is happening. I don't know if this is glitch related or related to like the, how high it is, like the distance from the main structure, but yeah. And if I remove this one, no message. No message. All right, so what if I remove this glass here? No message. No message here. What if I build a reinforcement? No message. This is really baffling for me. Maybe not for you, but it's really baffling for me. I'm going to build this as it was. Anyway. I mean, I'm so sure that when I originally built this, it was talking about my hull integrity, which is what's making me think potentially glitch related. And yet, all right, so we're proper down the level. Here, now message. Now message. Does that mean that if this is related to the distance, does that mean that everything I've built up here is actually not counting? Huh. If that's the case, that is a real pain. And I don't know why. I guess we already know, of course, that distance counts in these structures, but I felt that because the structure was continuous. So if I turn this into a reinforcement instead of a window, yeah. Huh. Okay, well, most of this is already built out. I mean, there's I can... Certainly in these existing rooms that I've got here, I can exchange a couple of windows for reinforcements, and that's something. But it's not the, it seems to imply that actually these upper levels are going to be of no use to me whatsoever. And I don't really want to lose my windows. I certainly don't want to lose my windows here. So I actually think like maybe what I need to do is build an add-on. Maybe what I need to do is build an add-on up there. So maybe these top levels are sort of useless. This is a revelation. I just hey, there she is. Is she coming up again? Hello? Hello, my friend. Are you doing this? Are you somehow preventing my reinforcements from having any impact up here? So that implies all of this reinforcement work I've done here is for naught. Maybe so. I think I'll take down... Oh, now my inventory is full. What I might do is... I don't really necessarily want to lose all of these upper levels. I might take the top one, actually. Yeah, okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this top one and then use the pieces to build elsewhere along the tunnel. All right. I'll meet you there. Okay. I could tell that she was kind of moving around here interestingly, so I've quickly unpaused and then she was coming straight for me. Oh my god. What a show. She knows we've got this wonderful view here and she's performing for us. What a champ. What a champ. Oh my god. I think I'm going to call this Reaper Leviathan. I think this is our neighbor, this is our friend, this is our queen now, and I think I'm going to call her Liza. I think she's a born performer. She loves the spotlight. Yep. Liza, welcome. Welcome to the welcome me to your neighborhood, but welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I've built this theater. That's what this is. I've built this theater for you. And it's a kind of a living, spatialized theater. This is one of the main windows, and I've built this long tunnel so that we can see you all along your environment. Oh my god, it all makes sense now. Now I understand. I feel like I'm that actor in the Build It and They Will Come movie, the baseball one. I understand the meaning behind my massive mega infrastructure project now. It's to give Liza this stage that she so desired. It makes sense now. I understand the calling, the feeling, the vibe. that you know, the energy, that the swell of will to build this thing now. It was all for her. It's always been you. It's always been you, Liza. Oh, awesome. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna continue fixing this technical issue though. Okay, all right. We're all here. So I'm. Oh, it's just getting dark. It's hard to see, but I'm part way across. I'm at the midway point. This is my midway X compartment, and what I'm really crossing my fingers about is that, oh, thank God, is that I would be able to build this from the inside. Because those other multi-purpose rooms, the vertical levels, I have not been able to build from the inside. I had to pop outside, and this would have been a real trial. So I think if I have to build vertical rooms here, it will be a trial, but at the very least I'll be able to build some reinforcements here, and I'm hoping that these will now count. Okay, we're getting the message that we're actually increasing our hull integrity. As I'm doing this and thinking about it, a third theory has just occurred to me. Is it you don't even know what I'm thinking, but is it because those upper levels are being built above the water, above the, you know, the water line up there? Is that it? And is that why they're not counting towards hull integrity? But that's very... Is that the reason? Is that the reason? Well, that is... Oh, here she comes. Hey, Liza! Liza! Ah, you're doing it. We love it. Work. Amazing. Encore. Yes, girl. Yes, queen. That's kind of cool, though. I'm actually quite pleased. This is my first annex, in a way. This is my first little sort of side quest annex. Okay. I think this works. I think maybe I understand what's going on, but I don't, it's a theory. It's a theory. I don't really fully, I don't have any confirmation, so I guess you guys can confirm for me what's going on here, if you know. But either way, let's get on with it. Okay, all right. So now that I'm going with this theory, what I think I might try is actually building horizontally. I mean, I can't just... Oh, I can. I can just build another one straight across. Oh. From the inside, which is the important bit. I don't need to go outside to do that. Wow. Oh, that's kind of cool. So this, at least this one here, means I can still build a few levels vertically if I need to, easily, because it's, well, when I say easily, I mean in a slightly less risky way than building right in the middle of there, because if I need to make that one over in the middle vertical, I have to build a hatch and swim outside to do it. At least here it's known territory. Okay, all right. Well, that's actually that's an interesting revelation, and that's not a bad learning. It's not a bad solution to the issue, and this has all been a very interesting learning experience. Okay, I'll finish these reinforcements. Okay, I think something very weird has happened. I'm a little bit concerned that oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, I could see her. She was really just sitting down here, and I was like, have I trapped her underneath my annex? Okay, she's off. All good. All right. Whew, man, I don't, like, it would have been an interesting experience to trap her, but, it's not my intention. As I've said, I really love her, her freedom in this natural, in her environment. I don't want to ruin, the star of our show, especially I don't want to trap her in her own environment. So yeah, whew, okay. All right, I'll continue with the building project. Hey everyone, surprise! It's Rebecca from the future, and I'm actually jumping into the middle of this episode for a change to show you this incredible piece of Subnautica and Rebecca's Pixel Quest fan art that our lovely Alice Translates has done for us again. And this is, of course, our famous kitty poster, our Keep Calm kitty poster, except with my kitty version of my head on it. And it's amazing. It's amazing, and I love it so much. And it says Keep Calm and Pixel Quest, of course. And it's also not lost on me that there's kind of a special connection here with our lovely channel sponsor. Well, both of our channel sponsors, Pixel and Quest, but very much, of course, with our Questy, our beloved channel sponsor, who went over the Rainbow Bridge earlier this year. So it's extra special to me for that reason. And thank you so much, Alice, for all of the amazing art that you've done for the Subnautica playthrough, also the previous Zelda Echoes of Wisdom playthrough. I really, really appreciate it. And you are a wonder. Thank you so much. So I will now transport you back to the shenanigans of this episode. All right, thank you for your patience. I have built up now a series of vertical rooms that serve as reinforcement. I've got loads and loads of reinforcement now. I've built in a couple of extra windows so that I can look at my tunnel from new amazing angles. 3 rooms that stretch across now. Another view, and I thought this was a nice view, even though it's very dark at the moment. We've got a nice little view of the greeny grass area, and also our mysterious magic sandfall here. I'm happy to be closer to it. Another window out this way, but otherwise many reinforcements. Look at that. It's starting to look even more 2001 Space Odyssey, and I am so pleased with it. I love it. I love this all the more. All of these actually, yeah, I didn't realize that it worked this way, so I'm really happy to have this knowledge now. There she is, Liza. She's putting on another show for us. Yeah, I love this now. I love this. I hadn't envisioned that I would do these that I would do these horizontal extensions, and I'm a big fan. I actually love. I might put a window there as well at some point, but that's for later. For the time being, we are extremely reinforced in a proper way now. I was able to take off the top layer of my vertical structure there. I've left the layer underneath it, even though I've removed the reinforcements from it because they weren't doing anything. But I think what I'm going to do is make it a completely glass structure at the top there. So that's another project for later. But for now, finally, I think we can just build the rest of this tunnel. The rest of our, I think that this should look at that, 139, 137. I am so reinforced. I am reinforced up the wazoo. Oh man, that was really interesting. That was a really interesting piece of building knowledge there. That is very helpful, because obviously I've mostly done building under the ocean, but I have an entire home that's built above the ocean, and I guess I hadn't realized, it just hadn't occurred to me that I wasn't getting any of that, any messages about the whole reinforcement. I just wasn't thinking about it. And because the entire structure is above ground on top of the tropical island, It never came up, you know, it was never an issue. It's only through doing this where I have, you know, most of a structure that is under the ground, and most and some of the structure that I was relying on for reinforcements above ground, above water. That's the only time it became an issue. So yeah, I'd say we're basically here on the other side of the aurora. We're past that part anyway. I am out of glass for the time being, but I did bring enough. I'm not sure if this is where I'll ultimately stop. I think I will extend this longer, but I think just for the time being, we can say that we've come to the other side of the aurora, basically. I can't hear Liza. Liza is silent, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That's interesting. Does this mean I'm a little bit over the edge here? Is that what that is? I have no idea. This is all foreign territory to me. And I know that Liza is not the only Leviathan in this area, because I know at least there's one that's kind of here on the corner of the aurora, and there's another one a little bit further. But either way, let's step out. Oh my god. I don't really want to stay here, but check it out. Oh my gosh. I built a tunnel to the other side. I have no idea what all of this stuff is, but it's scary. So,
welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah. Wow. What a great foundation, though. This is the foundation of my spine built. I reckon I will extend it further. I'll you know, build some more glass tunnels and go a bit further. But what I can say now is that I have built a tunnel. This was my original intention. I have built a tunnel from one side of the aurora to the other, right across the butt. I've had to build it. I've had to completely deconstruct it and rebuild it in order to get it properly aligned, because I originally misaligned it. I have built up very high and then reduced the height and gone to the side to get this thing properly reinforced. But this is my... Hey, there she is. This is my tribute tunnel to Liza down here. And what a project. I'm really proud of this. Guys. I know that many people have built many more amazing things than this. But this is what I've built. This is what I've built from where I've been. Hey! She's roaring in triumph. She loves this. She definitely doesn't hate having this thing in her backyard. She's a big fan. She loves it. Because now the people can look at her. She's gone most of this game, you know, with all of these potential audience members, she's gone most of this game without being seen, because I have been terrified of her and I have avoided her. But now I have a way that we can live together and we can look at her glory. Look at this. We can show the people. We can show the world your muscled beauty now. That's right. That's right. You're a star, baby. You're a star. Oh, I love my giant tunnel home. And it's a tribute to the aurora, of course, as well. The giant, beautiful beast that brought us here and will burn away eternally forever, most likely. And this is... Whoa. Okay. You can visit, but you cannot stay inside here. But, oh, look, she does slow down here. That's kind of what I was experiencing before, I think. Yeah, this is kind of what was happening before a little bit. She's sort of stuck here. Thankfully she's... Whoa. Oh, that was close. Oh, gosh. That really, truly, that does not stop being terrifying. Oh, my God. Wow. This really is the hub, because she can kind of come here and she does get trapped here. I see. So this is probably at least one of the ways that people build a cage. Because she can't go past these things. I didn't think these legs would be an issue for her. Because, you know, I just thought she'd be able to kind of go through them, you know? Huh. I've learned so much. I have learned many things. And, you know, of course, many things I did not know that I needed to learn, I have learned. This has been an amazing project. And it will continue to be an amazing project, but thanks everyone who kind of encouraged me and gave me, you know, suggestions and bits of knowledge that, you know, that have kind of contributed to this, and also to many of our other adventures, like scanning new things I didn't know to scan and all of that. Yeah, wonderful. This is a tribute to all of us. But it's not going to finish there. I definitely like to do a lot more interesting things here, but I also have some other ambitious building projects and experiments that I would like to undertake. And part of that is also exploring down here in various ways. So, more adventures to come. But on, you know, just at this point, I'll leave this episode here. I'm going to consider this stage 1 finally done. And actually, let's end the episode looking out over the tunnel. Up. Oh, that one's partway built. I can't remember, does this one count? Do I need this here? No, that does nothing. Right, so I might as well make all of this glass as well. It does nothing. It does nothing. Ace. Let's look out over our ocean. Look out over the aurora. And thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this community. And more adventures to come. But of course, if you've got any other information for me on the game, any other suggestions, anything like that, any other explanations about Subnautica 1, about this game, not about other Subnautica games, not about any other games I'm playing, but just about this, they are hugely welcome at this stage. And I will also say I've actually written a couple of notes for specific things I wanted to ask. So I've got some, I've also got some other things I want to do. I've mentioned before, hey, there she is, which is like reacting to some interesting videos. And also it's been suggested to me that I replay replay the very early part of the game, which I think is a really interesting idea, just to see how I handle it. But also, whether it's through a replay or whether it's through watching, reacting to videos, I know that there are 2 major events at the beginning of the game that I've got to see as well, and I'm really interested to see. So those are other things on the list. In addition, I have 2 specific questions on me that I've written down. One, I suspect I know the answer to this, but you know, I spent ages looking for the final Margot Maida, whatever it is, the final Margot log that I theorized, that I imagined existed. Again, I don't know if any of this applies to like later games or anything like that, so please don't say anything that goes beyond this game. But within this game, does anything like that exist, or is that? Is what I know, are the Degasi logs that I've found it? I suspect so, because the personal Margot log that I've found doesn't have a number on it. So I think that that probably means there's not another one. But anyway, that's a specific question I have. And the other one is, and I don't, I'm not there to show you, but the map that's on the wall in the containment facility in various rooms, like where all of the pipes with the peepers going through them are. And there's several rooms that have like the same map on. I still don't understand what that map is. I theorized that what it was a kind of a map of the different biomes in the area, but I don't really know how to read it. Is that what it is, or am I misunderstanding it? Is it something else? So those are just two specific questions I have. But yeah, aside from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.